Yeah, baby!
Come on now!
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son.
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
Let's go. Very special edition today. We are actually down in California, waiting to go to the Monday Nighter with the man, the myth, the legend, Eric Boots on the ground, son! Boots on the ground.
Happy to host you guys here today.
And actually, yeah, you have us, Boots. This is an awesome place. You got us up in your office. This is a great secondary location for us to do the podcast. I love it. Appreciate you having us. Good to see you. Haven't seen you since training camp.
Mi casa, su casa.
How you been, buddy?
Been great. Been absolutely great. Had a great weekend. I'm super stoked and excited to have you guys here with me. If we start with a little behind baseball, I love how we talked about how we're not going to yell today. You know, the mics are going to be level. And like you start the show and the first thing we do, start yelling on the mics.
Yeah, we like to yell. We are yellers. Before we jump into anything that happened today, because there was a bunch of shit that happened in the NFL that pertains to the Cowboys, I got to ask you, are you over that San Francisco loss? You were at the game. You were in Santa Clara watching it live. Are you over it?
No, absolutely not. I'm petty. I'm still mad.
Still mad about it?
I'm still mad about it, and I won't be happy until a Cowboys victory. I want to see those mistakes corrected, and I want to have a little faith going forward. You know, I want to be able to see like a good plan, I guess, plan of action. I mean, we mess up. Okay, let's correct it, but let's move forward. So I'm waiting to see that tomorrow.
Not get our asses kicked. Bandwagon boys. We've been traveling since, what time did you guys pick me up today?
3:30 a.m.
3:30 a.m. to fly out of Canada. Jay, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. I've had a lot to drink. I've drank more in the U.S. than Canada.
Yes.
And we started off with, well, I did anyways, because I ordered that extra drink, but 3 beverages in Canada. So.
Yes, yeah, very early. I'll say this in the States, in Canada, Boots, when you order, say, Alex ordered a double vodka soda in a small glass, in Canada, they'll measure out the shots.
Yeah.
They don't do that in the States.
Of course not.
They free pour.
As
So
you
he was pretty much just drinking straight vodka at 12 p.m. this morning, or this afternoon. So that's where he's at. But guys, a lot of stuff happened today. 2 huge losses against I'd say our biggest rivals to date. You had the Browns versus the San Francisco 49ers. The Browns pulled off the big upset. Can you call that an upset? The Browns beating the Niners? Yeah,
absolutely.
You can, but it's not as surprising as the Browns. I think are finally a lot better than people expect. But then the main one that when we were watching at the Airbnb, the Eagles getting beat by the Jets.
Yeah, I guess my biggest question to everybody is what do you think this means for going into tomorrow night's game? Do you think it amps the boys up?
I fucking hope it does. They better be amped up after getting their asses handed to them 42-10 on Sunday Night Football. So I hope it does.
I expect nothing less. This is an opportunity that we have to capitalize on. I mean, it's a chance to gain some ground on both the Niners and the Eagles, which are 2 teams that I feel if we're going to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, it goes through those 2 teams.
Yeah. Absolutely. Look, it's just nice to know that, first of all, the 49ers are human.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
They've tasted defeat. Okay, that's great. And then also, same thing with the Eagles. I mean, does this erase that dismal performance the Cowboys put in against the 49ers? No. But it kind of does in that now we can look forward and be like, what matters at the end of the year is your record.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how many points one team beat you. Maybe they'll change that eventually, but right now that shit doesn't matter.
It was week 5. Get past it, right?
Yeah, there's so many more games left. I still hold to my kind of fear of like meeting the 49ers again and then like having to deal with that. Although this at least laid out a formula of how to do that.
Yeah, your defense actually has to play like you think your defense can. Yeah. I'm kind of like Boots though. I'm petty, right? So it was kind of funny being.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
It was funny being in California at a bar watching it with like I'd say 50% of the people were wearing Niners jerseys.
Yeah,
but
when that ball fucking went and missed at the very end,
no,
we didn't really cheer. We kind of just were like,
when we were there at first, and they were actually doing decent, and they were making some interceptions, and they were scoring some tutties. Everybody, like all the Niner fans, are screaming, and we're sitting there thinking, "Oh, great, we're gonna sit here this entire time. We're gonna hear the Niner fans cheer."
Nine nerds.
Nine nerds. I'm trying to bring it back. But as the game went on, everyone was getting quieter and quieter, to the point where, like, in the last quarter, there was this guy in my vision who was a Niners fan, and he was there with his wife, his little kids, their grandparents. There was like so many of them there, and he was just sitting there like this, like any fan of a team would be, completely shuts down, and he's just like this, doesn't talk for most of the. He's like, I'm
the whole fourth quarter.
Whole fourth quarter, he's not talking, right? Like
He knew it.
yeah. But then when they had the opportunity to kick, he's up and he's alive again, and
high-fiving people.
He's high-fiving. His wife comes out from somewhere from the. She was inside, and he's like, "We got the ball on the 20. We're about to kick it." And it's like Jake Moody. Jake Moody doesn't miss.
How many times did you say ads like, I got him on 4 fantasy teams?
I got him on 4 fantasy
Jake
teams.
Moody doesn't miss.
I said game over if Jake Moody gets up there. Like, if there's any time that I would love to not take those Jake Moody fantasy football points, it's today. And sure enough, he misses, and it was just back to silence again. It was so good.
It was good.
Yeah, it was great.
But the best thing about both the Eagles and the Niners losing is, because I'm always talking with Cowboys fans nonstop throughout the week on social media, and a lot of them, Boots, you know what it's like when the Cowboys lose. It's the end of the world, right? It feels like the end of the world for fans. And a lot of people are saying, well, this Chargers game doesn't even mean anything. Like, it's the Chargers. It's like, we're no good. Well, having both those teams lose now, this game just got a lot more important going into the bye week. I already said last week or on Wednesday, going into the bye week 4-2 is so much different than going into the bye week 3-3. And that's even magnified now with the Eagles losing. We go into the bye week 4-2, down 1 game back. Like that puts a lot of emphasis on this game tomorrow night, which makes me jacked up.
I agree. I think having the opportunity to get home field advantage is going to be super key. Especially, I mean, we saw today how many injuries happen all day long. So if we can get that home field advantage and just take advantage of that, that'd be great. And a lot of times it could be one game that separates it. So even though we're playing an AFC team, you know, it doesn't matter. One game could be the difference on whether we're going to be that 1 seed or not.
I like when we see a team be able to shut down another team. Now, Jets are a special defense. Like, mind you, Sauce Gardner was not playing today, and they still did what they did. So does that just go to show you, okay, the Jets defense is real? Maybe. We saw a couple great defenses today. The Browns as well. But at the end of the day, do they give you at least a blueprint as to how to defend these teams? And whether or not you can execute that is another question. But I that's what I like to see, is like a team come in who shouldn't have beat the Eagles. Jets beat the Eagles. We can really hand it to their defense, though, as to that reason.
Yep.
And the turnovers that Hurts made and the offense had.
And he better get it. He better get it in the media tomorrow.
He's
Hurts,
not going to.
He fucking better. Some of those throws some of his interceptions today that Hurts threw were terrible reads, like awful reads.
I love who's the
J-Tuck.
J-Tuck.
Shout out to J-Tuck. He had a good rant.
J-Tuck had a great rant. He basically said, like, the media is going to be very quiet and just hope that Dak and the Cowboys lose. So let's fucking make some noise online. And I agree with that. Like, light up these any sort of post that you think is relevant. Light it up and tag all those fucking announcers or personnel,
all the media heads.
All the media personnel in it.
We were looking at this. We were looking not only just the fact that we dominate the Jets when they have their 2 starters and the Eagles lose. Struggled for most of the game on the Jets defense, who were missing arguably one of the best corners in the NFL. And then I forget who's the other secondary. Both of their corners were out.
Yeah, they were missing both
and
corners.
you look at Jalen Hurts' stats versus Dak Prescott stats, and Jalen Hurts is trending towards having a worse ratio than Dak Prescott after this week.
He's thrown more interceptions this year than he did all of last year already.
That's
Yeah.
why I loved you guys posted on the Facebook page something about like, oh, I thought the Jets sucked, right?
Yeah.
I did that instantly right after I was
but
screenshotting.
it changes the narrative.
It does. It's like, well, now the Jets have the best defense, but when they played against the Cowboys, and I hate to be that fan, but it's so obvious that that's what happens. Like when they beat the Bills, well, this defense is so good. Then the Cowboys beat the Jets, and it was like, well, the Jets suck. But now the Jets beat the Eagles. So what is it? Are the Jets good or are the Jets bad?
I will say this.
Stick to it.
I will say this. I think the NFL learned a lot more on how to beat the Eagles today.
Yeah.
Because as far as San Francisco case, well, they're playing without Debo Samuel. They're playing without McCaffrey. And I
Yep.
think without those two key players, they're a whole different team.
Oh, for sure.
So,
For
'cause
sure.
everything goes through McCaffrey. And if he's out of the game, then I think anybody can beat
Well, you
him.
can lock down Kittle then.
Yeah.
You can take out Ayuk.
Kittle was non-existent. Right?
Kittle had 1 catch for 1 yard, I think.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
the problem with the
That's
Cowboys.
right, by the way.
Look, the problem with the Cowboys, unfortunately, when they played the 49ers, was Kittle, and Kittle getting open just 3 times to catch 3 touchdowns. So,
The Hattie.
I totally agree. Like, the offense runs through CMC, and if you find a way to shut them down, but it is not a one-dimensional offense when they have things rolling, you know. And what the fuck?
I'm just laughing because
Oh.
he doesn't have his glasses on, so he has to go like this.
No. But
Sorry.
that's all. No. All I'm saying is it's not a one-dimensional
Right.
offense, even if it primarily leads off with CMC. There are those other weapons.
Yeah, you're absolutely
But
right.
if they do go down, and we're not the type of guys that hope anyone is out. Or
I mean,
has
if
a full-on
Herbert
injury.
ends up
we don't want
falling
to cost
down-
people money.
Low
If Herbert
low-key,
hurts his-
I'm okay with it.
If Herbert falls down and just like hits his head tonight and's out tomorrow, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
I'm like,
I'm okay
no,
with that.
We're not hoping for
We'll take it.
long-term career ending.
Yeah, that's
But-
just bad karma.
But if you're out, hey, Hurts, if you're out for the season, I mean,
Whatever.
But look, the losses aside, guys, like we can sit here, we can talk about their losses, and the reality is that both teams just proved to be mortal.
Yep.
And so now we have to reflect back. We should look back on the boys, on Dem Boyz, and see what do we got to do, because guess what? We're coming into this game. We got LVE placed on IR.
Yep.
We've got who is in the middle linebacker? Jabril Cox and
Well, Cox is gone. Cox is
No,
not on
Cox
our
is
team.
not.
sorry.
Damone Clark.
Damone
We have
Clark.
Damone Clark, and then we have Marquez Bell,
Right.
who's basically a converted safety playing linebacker.
Yeah. Well,
So, and we were talking about this on our trip down. The smartest choice here to play any sort of formidable defense is to move Micah Parsons back into linebacker and keep him back there solidly. Obviously,
At least
Russia-
more than what they've done.
more than what they've done, and let that line, who I feel, and y'all can argue against me, but I don't think you will, is a competent line without Parsons.
Right.
So you're
Yeah.
saying Sam Williams up on the line,
Put him up
or
there.
even Fowler or Dorrance
Yeah,
Armstrong.
rotate, or
Like-
just have a nice rotation of those guys. They have all proved in one way or another that they can come in and play that position. We're so hurting at linebacker that we just can't afford Micah to be stepping up there. If only because we have the depth that we do online.
Do you think that we would sacrifice some of that pass rush that we want to hit Herbert with tomorrow if Micah is back in the linebacker position?
You might not have a choice.
No.
Okay, man. The Chargers. This is the thing. The Chargers have a very good offense. They do. Their defense is lacking a little, but their offense is great. Like Keenan Allen's very good. Quentin Johnson can do his thing. Palmer's been doing some stuff. Then they have 2 very good running backs in Eckler and I can't remember the other dude's name, number 25 for them, who stepped in and he's been their leading rusher since week 2. But they have guys that are going to be able to hurt you in the running game. We have to stop the running game. We don't need another Arizona situation where a team that we should beat or could beat, because let me say this, I do believe the Chargers are a lot better than the Arizona Cardinals, but we can't let a team rush for over 200 yards again on us.
No, that's Joshua Kelly.
Joshua, yes, Kelly, yes, 25. He's actually he's a bruiser. Like he's a kind of a running back that the Cowboys sometimes have issues with.
Yeah, and that middle of the field is tender.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not saying that it's the line, but it's post line. Once they get through that first string of attack, there's nothing there, man, and teams are running 10 yards, so that needs to be addressed. And again,
Mozzie Smith at middle linebacker.
if you, I threw this.
Should we do it? Throw Big Moz in at middle linebacker?
First round pick, Mozzie
this
Smith
point,
as
what?
MLB.
That'd be an interesting
couple
thing to
plays
try.
I'd like to see.
Yeah, just see the big dog
Just
in
to
there.
see what happens, man. I mean, look, that's one point is that okay, we're cusping on a first and second round pick being kind of a drool.
They've had yes. And then our third round pick being injured for the year, and our fourth round. Our first 4 overall picks haven't really done anything.
For the team now.
Are you all right?
I was just about to cry.
But if we are able to utilize, bring Micah back, okay, that means that there needs to be more line rotation. Now we get, and like you mentioned before, Sam Williams getting up there. But is it going to be enough to actually make an impact? Because if we do not stop the run, teams will just keep doing that,
Yep.
right?
I think we have more depth at the defensive end position. Like we got guys like Armstrong and Fowler, and we still got DeMarcus Lawrence there that they can do their thing. And I think the depth at the linebacker position is, I would say, weaker, or there's a bigger drop off, I would say. So I think the quick fix would be to put Micah. I don't say put him there permanently until we can get some other guys that can step in and fill that role.
Well, because they did get that Rashad Evans.
Yeah.
but
he's not playing tomorrow. Like he's probably not even off the practice squad yet.
He's not going to play
even
till
then, if he was so good,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have been available.
He would he'd be on a team right now.
Yeah, he would have been a team.
That's my question
before
with him
game
is,
one,
like,
week 1.
Whenever you pick up a guy, aside from a guy who's out for an obvious contract dispute or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Zeke Elliott might have been a guy who I would consider on that list. But outside of that, it's like, why is this guy not
It's
on
a
the
red
team?
flag almost.
He did have a great Rasheen Evans.
He had 156 tackles last year.
Had a great season with the team he played for last year, but
It still makes you nervous though, because if
Why
he,
did he
like
get
Boots
that?
said,
why is he there?
like
Why is he
Boots
not
said,
there?
if he's that good,
Yeah.
if
Why
okay,
is
I
he
understand
sitting
why he
there?
might not be on the team that he was on
do
last
hope
year.
that a
But
month from now we're like wrong about this,
Yeah.
and we're like,
Yeah.
remember when we're
What
talking
the
about
fuck?
Evans, guys, a godsend. We believed in them the whole time. If
Don't-
you're
no.
listening to the show,
don't worry, if I think it's an issue, it's probably going to go the other way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Hey, look, and
yeah,
we'll
you doubted him.
we will fully admit that we
Oh, I'd love
want
to.
the
Oh,
best.
God,
and
I
if,
hope so.
If our call is wrong, we'll be happy to say that we're fucking stupid. I don't think we're talking trash about any of the
No.
moves here, but like, yeah, there's that question, and unfortunately, Evans is not going to be coming in this game, so we still have to deal with the personnel that are available right now.
It's
it's raw.
it's making the Cowboys' decision to let go Jabril Cox and let go. Why the fuck can't I think of his name right now? Harper, Devin Harper, letting both those
Yeah.
guys go now.
Jalen Smith.
Well, Jalen Smith.
Oh, no.
that
No, that was
But-
The funny thing is, Jalen Smith is like under Evans. He's the second
Yeah,
highest ranked.
he played for the Giants last year and
I know.
didn't do awful, to be honest. But I honestly thought Devin Harper could have stepped in and played for us. I thought Jabril Cox probably is a better option than what we're going to send out there. So I think the Cowboys, we were worried about linebacker depth going into the season.
Yeah.
So and it's
They
really
tried to send some guys through waivers. And they got
they tried to get sneaky. They were hoping Harper and Cox both fell through or went through waivers and they could put them on the practice squad and then bring them up as they needed.
Yeah.
That
Well-
bit them in the ass big time. That's a fourth overall pick in 2020, I believe, and then Harper I think was a 5th or 6th
And
a couple years ago.
It was kind of stupid because the Cowboys were running extremely raw, extremely low on linebacker at the beginning of the season, even with all their starters. and we kind of, I'm not going to say that we missed it but like, if we, like, I would have been mad at someone if we got to this point in the season and LV goes out and now we're like fishing for someone. It'd be like, okay, who missed how fucking weak we were at linebacker? Did anyone not pick this up?
Yeah.
That we should have fought for a player to stay, to just fill the position. I think the Cowboys lean on safeties being able to come up and play that. But
Wanye's out down too tomorrow. Wanye Thomas isn't playing tomorrow. Yeah,
Juan
so
A.
that's-
Thomas is out.
So that's another, because that's a guy that you could lean on
Absolutely.
to play up, but
And
he's even out.
But even still, has that worked out for us in
Not
the first
no.
5? It's like, at some point you gotta be like,
You need a big body
just
guy.
need a pure linebacker.
Yeah, because even Marcus Bell is not that pure linebacker size, and they're moving him up from
He's
safety
like
into the
220. He's like
LB.
220.
But I bet you will see him kind of hitting that LB spot tomorrow.
Oh yeah, he'll be playing lots. And don't get me wrong, Bell. I like watching Bell play.
Oh,
The
yeah.
guy's- he's tenacious and he likes to hit. But at the end of the day, linebackers are usually 50 to 60 pounds heavier, 40 to 50 pounds heavier
Right.
than a
Yeah.
safety, right? For a reason, because you need that size.
I really hope Damone Clark steps up for us. I know he came in late last year because he was injured. He came out sooner than expected, but sometimes I feel like maybe everybody in the league was just tired and we got him in late, so he had like the fresh legs. And now this year he started with everybody at the same time, so maybe there's a little more attrition on him, and maybe he's just not as good as we thought he was.
Yeah, because you're right. He came in, and a guy that without an injury probably would have been a first or second round pick.
Yeah.
Cowboys got him in the 5th round last year. He wasn't even really supposed to play. He came in and actually showed signs, and I remember being super excited. I was like, holy fuck, I was like, Damone Clark's the guy that I wanted Drabil Cox to be how Damone Clark was.
Yeah.
And then he's just totally fallen off this year.
I mean,
so far.
We're in my office, so don't do it, but I want to pour some for Overshown. Because I wish we had Overshown.
Dude,
right now.
that injury
Well,
right
just-
now.
Oh my
Fake
God.
pour, fake
Overshown.
Fake pour.
Yeah,
That-
here,
Fake
here, better.
shown.
we were in attendance for that. We were there at that. We were at that Seahawks game.
I mean, look, such high hope. I think that Overshown would have completely.
Led us to the promised land.
He would.
We would have been
Well,
fucking
he's
5-0. No.
5-0.
No.
LB who?
I think
He's that rangy guy.
Yes.
He's got that ability
man.
to float around the field, and he's not scared to tackle. That guy, man. I was super excited to watch him play, man.
Dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
Capital DAWG.
Yeah.
Dog.
Overshown. Dog.
As we look at it, we have the team that's going forward, and we've discussed it enough. The big hole in the middle. What else do look, Cowboys are in a really interesting scenario here on Monday night after both the Eagles and San Francisco 49ers take an L.
No more undefeated teams in the NFL.
No more undefeated teams. What's more obviously going to affect the Cowboys is the Eagles record. However, it is nice to see that the 49ers are human. Okay?
Yep.
I'm only human.
I'm only human.
And they all share the same record with Detroit Lions right now.
Yeah, the Lions 5-1. What the fuck, man?
The
The
shitty
Lions, the
Lions.
Browns. What weird parallel universe are we in right
Hey,
now?
the Lions are doing great things.
They look
They got
awesome.
Eminem in the stands
Yeah.
now. He's watching the games.
But what it comes down to, guys, is the Cowboys just need to make it to the playoffs.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. We hope that they take first seed, and the loss that the Eagles took allows us to keep that dream alive.
How much
'Cause if
great-
the Eagles win 6-0,
It's out.
I think it's
out.
pretty much out of
How
fucking contention.
how crazy is that loss to the Cards now? That loss to the
So
Cardinals
bad.
is so
So bad.
You can't lose you cannot lose. And this is people always say the Cowboys only beat up on teams that are less than. You have to beat up those teams.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can't lose to the fucking Arizona Cardinals, man.
You're bringing up my PTSD. I was there.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Okay.
there with the fam. I got the kids.
Boots is fucking 0-2 at away games, and we're rolling in with them to SoFi tomorrow.
0-3.
Oh,
Because
man.
He was at San Francisco.
I was at San Francisco playoffs. I was in the second row. I was holding the CanFan flag.
Right.
Nice and proud.
Boots were 3-1.
We're 3-1.
Not at away games.
Wait, but
We're
it gets
1-0.
better. Didn't I tell you guys the actual stat though?
Yes.
At SoFi, I am 3-0 with
Yes.
the Cowboy games. So I've been there for 2 Charger games where
AT&T West, call it like it is.
AT&T West, yeah, Cowboys Airbnb, or better yet known as Crack 'em if you got 'em.
That crack of it.
If you got 'em.
That is a me. I'm posting that tomorrow. It's just gonna be a picture of
AT&T
SoFi
West.
and no AT or Cowboys Airbnb.
Airbnb for the Cowboys. It's basically like the Cowboys California beach house or something
That's
like that.
hilarious.
You know? Yeah.
So you,
Well, this is our first trip down,
yeah.
Yeah, this is our first time at
SoFi.
SoFi.
and
You've been here before.
I've been to SoFi before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you've been to SoFi
As a
sorry.
team?
As a
No.
team.
No,
But
so it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
does this Cowboys Nation come to represent?
Yes. As a matter of fact, you're almost going to be maybe confused because you're going to feel like you're at a Dallas home game.
Which you
And
like?
the arena is
And-
almost the same.
And I will say
The
this,
stadium,
the
sorry?
away fans are much better than the home fans. You'll probably see more Cowboy fans at SoFi than you actually will at a Dallas Cowboy
Yes.
Oh, for
team.
sure.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, because I mean the people over there, and then also they're really expensive over there, so
Yeah.
it's like they're a little more bougie. They're like sitting down and calm. They're drinking their wine.
Oh man.
You know, but over here, you know, we're gonna be doing shotguns
Yes.
in the
We're
parking lot.
we're like the loudest people in the stadium.
Oh yeah, we're
at
loud.
AT&T.
Yeah.
We're
standing up the whole
People are
time.
looking at us, and we just go
Yeah.
nuts the whole time. The only time so I've been to 3 or 4 Cowboys games. The only time that it actually felt like a home game was last Thanksgiving against the Giants. I was like, holy shit, this is Cowboys Nation actually turned up for this
I
one.
mean, you guys are gonna be stoked, but you're gonna see about. And I mean, I wish I was. Well, it's gonna be about 75 to 80% Cowboy fans tomorrow. It's gonna be insane.
You think so?
I know so, because I've been there.
Wow.
I've been it 2 times and I've seen it myself.
Cowboys Airbnb. Did you
That's
not-
that's
We're
wild.
gonna-
I was thinking
we're gonna
like
own the house.
I was thinking maybe 50, but wow, you think 75%
Well,
Cowboys?
at SoFi, because you know they share it with the Chargers and they also
There's
share it
more.
with
Do you
the,
think there's more Rams fans that go to SoFi?
There's definitely more Rams fans because you know they're a bunch of bandwagons. As soon
Yeah.
as they won their
Hey,
championship,
Nothing wrong about being a bandwagon.
No,
boy.
no, not-
all right. Put it
Not about
forward,
you guys.
put it
I'm talking
forward,
about-
all right.
But the thing is that it's LA. LA.
Yeah.
A lot of people that they're from LA, but they support other teams.
Well, but also the Rams did have there was the LA Rams
yeah,
in the
St.
90s.
Louis.
Yeah,
and
right.
left.
They went from LA to. So I
Yeah.
respect that if you're an actual LA Rams fan from
Yeah,
back
and the
in the
Chargers
day.
used to be in San Diego,
Yes.
so I mean, a lot of people are still mad that they're here to begin with.
Right.
So it's one of those things where, like, they don't really support the Chargers. When people had a choice to make, I mean, it was kind of a race for the Battle of LA.
Right.
And the Rams, when they won that Super Bowl, they won that race.
by a
and most
long
people,
shot.
like, they just put their stake
Was that
on
their
that
first
side.
year here or second year?
What's it, the second year, right? And the
Second.
first year, I think it was like that COVID year, and nothing happened.
And then they traded for Stafford after that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, and then that's when they did it.
Just give a nice, quick, big shout out to Chad. I'm going to read you guys some stuff going on here. Llama Gamer keeps saying the 1972 Dolphins are celebrating right now.
Yep.
happened?
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We also have Elliot, Zeke, our boy Zeke. We already mentioned Zeke got a touchdown today.
Yep.
So Dak Man, we'll talk about this about the injuries going in tomorrow. Dak Man saying that Joshua Palmer could be out for tomorrow, and that could be big for us.
That's huge for
Since
us.
you have the scouting report for the Chargers, you could let us know.
Well, no,
a little
that's big. That puts Quentin Johnson as their their wide receiver too, and he hasn't shown
He hasn't shown
that he's
been
ready
sitting-
for it yet.
He's been sitting on my bench collecting 1 point, 2 point games.
If Palmer's not in, that's very big.
AJ's going to pull up an injury report, but as he's doing that, Llama Gamer says LA has a lot of Cowboy fans. Dakman saying Eagles are in trouble. Their next 6 games are crazy tough.
They have this is the thing, the NFC East, we all play a bunch of very hard teams, and the Eagles are lumped right in there with us. Yeah, they got a bunch of hard teams to face.
And for those of you that are just tuning in, crack them if you got them.
That's right. Crack 'em if you got 'em, baby.
Crack me if you got him,
Crack 'em if
son.
you got 'em.
That's an LA crack 'em right there.
We're doing a stripped down
Sorry,
version
California, LA.
of the show today, the Sunday service, and this Sunday service is sponsored to you by Elite Recruiting.
For all your recruitment needs.
For all your recruitment needs in the California area,
Yeah, right. We're getting boots. We're getting boots
worldwide.
worldwide.
Elite worldwide.
We'll go anywhere in the nation, anywhere in the United States. We got you guys. You guys need some staffing. You guys need people. We got you guys. Just go ahead and call us up. Look us up on
The World Wide Web.
Google.
And if you need muscles,
Yeah.
call me.
It doesn't even look like you're wearing pants right
Call
now.
me up.
and if you don't need pants, sometimes don't talk to
AJ,
AJ.
AJ looks like he got picked up at a college game
Right?
and taken to someone's house.
Hey,
Where's my pants?
go Gophers.
Wait,
Hey,
Jay.
So
Okay,
this
what do
is
we got on
the
the injury report?
This is the injury report. If you guys have any insight on these athletes, on
Yep.
these fucking specimens of man, let me know. But we got Joey Bosa actually did not practice, but was limited on Saturday.
Wow.
Probably gonna play.
Yeah, he'll
I
play.
assume. He's
Limited.
playing.
Yeah,
He's playing.
limited on Saturday. You're still playing.
Usually with these vets, anything that is not like exceptional when they say that he did not practice.
I'm sorry, things are getting chippy on the
Yeah,
Giants
so
and
the-
Buffalo game.
There's like a brawl there.
Yeah.
Well, this just plays into
Well,
this
just-
weekend's narrative, 6-0.
I know, and you know we can get to that, but
Sorry.
let me get through this
Yeah,
fucking.
Sorry,
No. I saw it too, and I wanted to. I wanted you.
He wanted to put on pants.
Tell me what the fuck was going on, okay?
He wanted to put on pants first.
I'm not putting pants on.
We're in Cali.
Then we got Alohi Gilman. He's doubtful, probably not practicing.
I don't even know who the fuck
playing,
that is.
Sorry, safety. So
I'm sorry.
Starting safety.
It's hard to concentrate.
someone.
You remind me of like those college girls that are doing the walk of shame. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they're like wearing like the guy's T-shirt and that's it. Like, down the hall.
Didn't you know AJ created the Walk of Shame? But he just calls it the Walk of Fame.
I fucking
It's like,
love and I hate you
I'm
guys.
sitting next to risky business over here. You know?
Nice drop. I like that. Great reference.
Deontay Leonard, defensive back, doubtful.
That's
did
good.
not practice all week, basically. Actually, he had limited practice on Thursday and then did not practice Friday, Saturday. For Cowboys, that's good news.
That is good.
And the final questionable is defensive lineman Nick Williams, but he was limited.
Well,
so.
Palmer's not even on there, Ad.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know where Dak Man's getting that. I trust our chat
Parham
to
or
Joshua Palmer.
No, he's not on here. But look, shit can pop up. And
Yep.
in fact, if you're a Cowboys fan, what you don't want to hear is any of our Cowboys names pop up on a Sunday if you're playing Monday. But what you do want to hear is Chargers players' names.
Well, and that
pop
could have
up on
happened.
Sunday.
Maybe
It could
Palmer
happen.
got hurt today.
Look, I'm gonna be a little biased because most of the time I'm on the other side. I'm on the chat side.
'Kay.
But in chat, I trust.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh,
Okay, so
Oh,
Dak
we
Man,
trust it. We trust chat.
Chat.
Trust
Yeah.
Dak Man saying Palmer was full participant all week, but they said he aggravated his groin injury on Saturday. So
Oh,
Crazy.
no bueno.
that's some,
Hey,
that's
let
some-
me tell you, that's no bueno.
And our boy 1503 Jose Martinez is asking, how can I purchase some of those mint shirts? As you can see, we got some Cowboys CanFan merch. You can just go to cowboyscanfan.com/store
Store?
or shop.
Store or shop? Oh, fuck.
I guess what? Just go to our website.
Hang on.
Every size
Store-
from small to extra
But
sexy.
actually, these ones, we haven't dropped these ones on there yet. So we have specific ones on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cowboys CanFan.
These will be a limited drop.
Yeah. These Canadian ones will be a limited drop, but we'll be looking it out. I mean, hey, go and cop a Philly Suck shirt.
Actually, unfortunately, and we're going to have to put these up, is we don't have that design up yet.
Well, that's what we were just saying.
That's what we're saying. Limited drop.
Coming soon. Pre-order.
Let's do.
Here's the
Pre-order.
Guys, real quick, if you are interested in the store, go hit it up. Do your business. We're going to hit you up to know how it is. It's kind of a little bit of a testing ground here, but
Probably haven't been pushing
lots
it
of
as much.
stuff. No, we have lots in store for that.
Yeah.
It's just, first of all, it was just a matter of, actually we confirmed our first order that actually sent and went through today.
Yeah. Philly Sucks.
So the Philly Suck shirt. So we know it works.
Philly
Yeah.
does suck.
Philly does suck.
I feel like you guys kind of put that out there into the universe.
Oh, yeah.
And made it happen.
Well, that's the guy. So I was talking to him on Instagram, the dude that bought it, and he said he posted us, and he's like, it came at the perfect time today
Yeah.
when they lost. So yeah, it was
That's
good.
fantastic.
Okay,
But,
so
yeah,
what's the Cowboys injury report looking like there, Wade J?
So nothing.
Oh, and the chat also says, I'm so glad Clayton's not here today.
Hey, is
I don't like Clayton either. That guy took me.
He would live it up in the city of
Tied me up.
angels, though.
Hey, he tied me up.
Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got it.
If I can ask the chat some question, I saw there's like about 12 people checking us out. Anybody out there going to join us for the game tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so if chat, we will be at the game. So I've been talking to a bunch of people on the Instagram. A bunch of people are going to meet up with us. I told them we're in the pink lot.
Pink lot,
It's
yeah.
kinda, I just said pink lot, so
It's a huge lot.
we'll have a bunch of people swinging by to drink with us and hang out.
Oh, you won't miss where the Cowboys CanFan and Bot G are going to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
crushing
It's gonna be good to meet.
some crack'ems tomorrow.
Look for the fancy tequila bottles.
It's crazy. It's crazy actually how big of following the Cowboys have in Southern California.
Huge.
Is that because of them training in Oxnard, or is
No.
that just it's just
That's
always
America's team.
yeah, it's just always been like that?
Yeah.
But do you feel like if you go to
New York.
Florida or New York or
Yeah, I do.
You think it'd still
everywhere
be the
I've
same?
gone. As a matter of fact, I have really good friends that I've met in Florida. I'm out there on business, and I think the Cowboys were playing the New York Giants that day, and I wanted to watch the game, but I wanted to watch with other, Cowboy fans in Cowboy Nation. And so I went on Facebook. I looked up these groups. There's a Tampa Bay fan club of
Yep.
Cowboys of Tampa Bay. And I hit them up. They invited me out to like this
Nice.
outing. I met up with like 15, 20 other Cowboy fans, and we just had a blast.
well, see, we're thinking of doing something that like in
We're
Canada,
everywhere,
in
man.
Vancouver, like we're trying to in Vancouver, we're trying to get meetups going and meet fans from around where we're at.
There
right?
is a large population of Cowboys fans in Vancouver.
we just have to find them.
We just have to.
They're like
fucking-
Pokemon.
Yeah.
We gotta catch them all.
Pokemon.
And look, maybe in Toronto and the rest of Canada too, but we're not looking at that.
Yeah, fuck Toronto.
But let's look at the injuries here.
Let's hear
Okay,
it.
For
Cowboys
Cowboys.
injury. Do you want me to read it or you got it? You
do it.
No, you do it a good
Okay. Chuma Idoga has not practiced all week. Questionable. Is that a big deal? Yay.
It is.
nay.
It is if Tyler or Tyron get hurt, because he was the one spelling for either of those guys. So could be. It isn't right now, but
Not
it
right
could
now. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
we'll
it-
see if he actually.
be. We got the
laces
four.
his
We got
boots
the
up.
4 T's and a Z.
Four
and
T's and a Z's on the
second.
line.
That's something that's been downplayed too. This is their second consecutive game working together. Offensive lines are like anyone. You guys all work with people. The more you work with someone, the better you guys get. The better, the
More
more
chemistry.
efficient. Yeah, you get more efficient. You get more chemistry. So having the 4 T's and a Z rolling for a second consecutive game, that's big.
Yeah, and a couple of those guys have been rolling all season. So we are just filling in pegs, but as a unit, it should be much more well oiled.
Yep.
Moving
No
into
squeaky
week 6.
wheel.
Then we have C.J. Goodwin out, of course.
He's out for season 2, I
yeah,
believe.
he's done for season. Leighton Vander Esch out and Wanway Thomas out. Otherwise, everyone else
That's pretty good.
has
Yeah.
played enough that
Consider-
they're.
Considering on Wednesday there were 17 people on the injury report.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm glad. It's nice to see that Turpentine, his Turpentine wasn't a high ankle sprain, and he's back this game.
Yeah, he's playing.
Oh, thank God.
We were all thinking he was out for multiple. For some reason, I thought he got put on IR.
Well, here's a question I need to ask you boys. Is
Ask it.
we got a very solid 3, and there was a the fuck are you laughing
I'm
at?
just laughing with you when you sit back like
Oh,
that.
can I look at
Yeah, like, what do you mean? What are we laughing at? Look in the fucking mirror. What do you mean? What are we laughing at?
The audio listeners don't know what's going on.
Well,
When
head
I-
over to
when I sit back,
YouTube.com.
for audio listeners, when I sit back, it looks like I'm literally just wearing a jersey like a girlfriend who is throwing on your jersey, maybe, or your favorite team's jersey as she sleeps over.
AJ looks like I did for every Zoom meeting I had during COVID. I'm just like, business from the waist up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And we all know
Free
that.
balling from the waist up.
That's
And you know what?
hilarious.
By the way, I am feeling great. But
What's that, breeze going up your shorts?
Yeah, it's getting there.
my concern here is with the Cowboys offense and its ability to use the tools that are available. Now, there's
Oh,
no
definitely.
question that CeeDee Lamb, you can utilize him. He gets the numbers when we're functioning. He gets the numbers when we're not functioning.
He's an 88. You got to force feed that guy.
Comparatively, yeah.
Force feed that fucking guy. Throw him the ball.
Yes.
But we do have on that Cooks, who's been I think extremely underutilized, for better or
Yeah.
worse. I don't know. And then Michael Gallup, who's come in and shown that he can still play, and throw him the ball, and he's going to go up and get it. And the final point of this group of 4, before I throw it to you dudes, is Turpentine, he can strip or
Stretch the field.
he can
can strip the pants off of somebody.
He can tear a fucking shorts off a dude sitting on a couch.
Look at his catch. Look at his catch at the Niner game.
And
I got a head rush. I cheered so hard when
Oh,
that
yeah.
happened that I almost passed out.
well, Llama
You
Gamer in
did
the
pass
chat.
out. We had to teabag you to wake you up.
Llama Gamer in the chat saying the last time we played the Chargers is when Turpentine
Oh, yeah.
had his run
So
backs.
Preseason.
long
That's so
intro.
far, too.
Long intro. Short is. Do you love what we're doing with our offensive wide receivers?
No.
No.
And if not,
Yeah.
tell me what you want. us to do.
I
Tell me what you want me to do, baby.
Guys, with as far as our wide receivers, I don't know what it is. As far as the play calling, is it the Texas Coast offense that they're trying to go with? But I don't understand why guys like Brandon Cooks and CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup aren't getting at least between those three guys. There should be a big play a game.
300 yards.
I think we talked about it on Wednesday's show a little bit, how like back in the day when we had the good old days with Tony Romo, when we lost, like at least we went down with Tony Romo forcing the ball to Witten,
450
forcing the
yards.
ball to Des Bryant,
Yeah.
and just trying to make it happen. Like give the ball to your playmakers and let them do it. I mean, the payroll's not even. There's players that are making a hell of a lot more money than the others, so you expect them to give you a lot more output. So
Boots.
why not force feed CD more
Yeah.
throws, more
Yeah.
targets?
So, Boots, do we have an equivalent of ability to catch on the Cowboys
Better.
now compared to Witten?
Absolutely.
Right. And then offensively, when Des Bryant was playing, is there the equivalent wide receiver weapons available for Dak Prescott to throw the ball?
I actually think Dak Prescott has more weapons.
Same.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the excuse is not there.
The only Romo had Des Bryant and Jason Witten. Jason Witten, obviously a Hall of Famer. Des Bryant, I'd say fringe Hall of Famer. Both amazing players.
Right, but they
then
always
you
have more targets.
Then you had Terrence Williams and
Yeah.
Cole Beasley and fucking whoever else they just schlubbed
Guys
out
who,
there.
when they fucked off from Dallas, did shit.
And the difference is Romo was throwing to Witten and Des every time almost, right?
Yeah,
So
most of the targets would go there. Kind of like, Kansas City does with Travis Kelce, how, what the Niners do with when they give the ball to their stars.
yeah,
The same
force
thing.
feed
But
'em.
I feel like Dak is trying to be too politically correct or trying to just spread the ball to everybody evenly and be like, you get a turn, you get a turn.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's your
If
turn.
CD
You get a cheeseburger. You get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
CD
we're not playing
Lamb-
Oprah ball over here.
If CeeDee Lamb is one-on-one, he's open.
Yes.
Just throw the fucking ball at him.
I do have to say this about Cooks though. He's been really, really good, at least media-wise. We don't know what he's been like in the locker room, obviously. In not making a stink about the lack of
Receptions.
targets or receptions he had.
That's another guy that he's a
last
1,000-yard receiver on how many other teams? How the hell are we only? I don't even think he has
and
100 yards
only,
receiving.
Only the last 6 years, and 3 of those were with the.
He had
he's
one
only
with the
had six-
Texans.
yeah,
With Texans, the Saints, Patriots,
16,
and
and he's also okay, that could be a red flag in that he keeps getting switched around from team to team, and he might be a headache. But I don't think we're seeing
we saw
that
the dude in
right
training
now.
camp
Yeah.
though.
We're the Dallas Cowboys. We can deal with headaches.
Yeah, he's
The
good.
players that we've had.
Brandon Cooks is more than
knows that.
capable. He needs to
he's
be put in
definitely-
the right position.
He's definitely not a locker room headache. It does not seem at all like he would be one of those guys that's going to mess with the team's mojo. But
Why is he not getting the ball?
But you are right. Why has he been moved around? And it possibly you look at his last couple QBs that he's had, and in terms of him being a complete standout wide receiver one, he's not that guy. And I think
Well,
a lot of those
he's
teams
not,
he was placed as a wide receiver one on all those other teams.
His last trade was understandable. He wanted out of
Houston.
Houston, and who wouldn't? If you had that
Well,
caliber,
he's
right?
probably looking
So,
back at it now and be like, shit.
This was pre. No, I know. This was pre-draft.
Cooks. I thought Cooks. We talked about it preseason.
Oh, fuck.
Cooks,
We were-
Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb fringe all 1,000 yards.
I love CD, but I wish
Still
he
could
wasn't
happen.
so nice. I wish he had a little more Des Bryant in him, because Des Bryant would get
He's
in
dog.
Dak's face and be like, throw
Dog.
me the damn
Yeah,
ball.
yeah.
Like, I'm open. look for me, and just get in his face. And then you would see Prescott make an effort to find him.
I don't care what era you grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys. Des Bryant's in your top 10 favorite, no matter what.
Of course.
If you're a Cowboys fan, Des Bryant and probably Fringe 5. Like he was, the guy was, and he's gonna be at the game tomorrow.
Yes, he will.
Should we kidnap
It'll
him?
be a tailgate.
Hey Des, we're coming for you.
Des, we're coming for you. JK.
Look,
Not really.
No.
Des would beat us up.
you know what? There is a. I don't know if it's a time thing or not, but certainly even pre me being a Dallas Cowboys bandwagon fan.
Yep. As
Which,
you are.
which soon we're gonna get off the bandwagon and we're gonna be walking.
It's your
No, no,
moniker.
we're bandwagon boys for the.
That's your moniker for life. I don't give a fuck. That's your You became fans in your 30s. You're bandwagon boys for life.
Bandwagon boys for
You
life.
get tattoos.
Yo, you guys should.
Those are forever. Bandwagon boys.
On your butt
tattoos.
cheeks.
I mean, if I get a Cowboys tattoo, then the bandwagon boy moniker has to come off.
But
No, but you have to get a bandwagon boy tattoo.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
not a Cowboys tattoo. I want you to
But
get
I'm
a
saying if I
band-
did get a Cowboys tattoo,
No, that's the most bandwagon boy move ever.
if I do it on the lower back,
Tramp stamp.
yeah.
I always said
AJ would have to move his other 8 tattoos.
No, I always said
Step away.
create a contest, and I will get the Dallas Cowboys logo tramp stamped right above my ass. Right above my ass.
Let's get a GoFundMe for
Yeah,
that.
you fucking heard it first. Like that. That's on. That's
Hey,
recorded.
but I'm not gonna do it until you come up with something good. So chat, just fucking.
I
come
mean,
up
look
with
at all this
something
prime
good.
real estate. He's got all these room on his legs.
Oh, I'm open. Hey, I can handle tattoos. You can see that
The
I can
tramp
handle
stamp.
tattoos.
Dallas
Oh
Cowboy
my
tramp
God.
stamp. The good thing with that is you'd be a meme forever, so that'd be perfect for us.
Exactly.
That'd be
Exactly.
great.
But I don't see that same intensity. Maybe that might be the wrong word. That in CD Lamb that I did in Dak. In
Des.
Dez.
No, you don't.
Or
CD.
Irvin.
They're different. They're different styles.
They
right?
are.
Like,
They are.
CD's
Yes.
really good at yards after the catch.
But is that a problem? Like,
I
does
don't know.
CD need to maybe get a little bit more dog in him?
Well,
like we just said.
you know what? You played his interview on Wednesday night on the main event, and
I masturbated.
You masturbated to it, and it looked
And that's
like
why we
he.
got flagged.
It looked like he. Yeah, that's why we got flagged on YouTube. But it looked like you guys were saying, "Oh, he's like admitting defeat," but that's his way. Like CeeDee Lamb said, I watched an interview earlier this week about and he's saying, when I'm on the sidelines, my people are calling out my demeanor. People that don't even know me. My demeanor is to be by myself, so I can figure out how I got to go out there the next play. I know what I've done wrong. Now I'm trying to figure out what I need to go and do right.
Yes, and I respect that, and we
Where Des Bryant's demeanor was fucking
Right.
get up, get on everybody.
different personnel.
Which I
get
love.
it. I get it. But also, I also said, I'm fine if you if this is just a hypothetical. If you believe CD is a true 88, then you allow him to have all of those moments that he needs to have.
Do we? Let's ask that. Do we think he is?
I think so.
I think so.
I think so too.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I fucking
Back to
I
back,
think he's.
1,000 yards.
I think he's perfect for 88.
I think he's emotional, and I don't think he's ever had a old wide receiver to come in and teach
Well, he had
him
Coop.
a little. But only for a cup of coffee, and
Yeah.
Coop also was in his prime. What CD needs is kind of like a just a fucking old wide receiver, like a who's the guy that followed fucking Rodgers around?
Cobb?
Cobb, like a Cobb.
We had Cobb.
Yeah, we did have Cobb a couple years ago. He was actually pretty good.
I'm not saying-
Wasn't
I'm
he
not
with us
saying
the same
for
year we
his
had
talent.
CD?
I'm not
So
saying
what, the same
I
year?
think it might have been the year. I think CD's rookie year,
Yeah, not for
Yeah,
his
CD's rookie year. I think he
but-
was with us.
2020.
Cobb, not for his talent, but CD, and it's not even. It doesn't have to be a wide receiver either. But CD, I think, needs someone who can come in there and help him
Cooper had a hell of a
understand how to be a leader. It's one thing to take, like, first of all, you are the number one of an NFL football team. That's one level. The second level is, and you're also part of the Dallas Cowboys, which every single thing you do is going to be scrutinized and caught on camera. And I hate to say it, like, these guys are playing sports shove cameras in their face after losses or wins.
You're gonna get human moment. You're gonna get
human moments, and we saw that. And thinking about it, and his reply to it, I do respect. Like
I would have been the same exact way. His demeanor.
Yeah, because he came out at first. Just to roll it back, he came out at first on the loss and was pretty shut down in terms of how he answered questions. He was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was why. Yeah, what's this offense identity? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Shouldn't you know? I guess so. Very negative. And then there was a day or two that went past, and he came back, and there was another interview with him. And he pretty much called himself out.
He owned up, saying, "Hey, I could have come out about it a bit better." The reason I was,
but I understand his lie.
And then he gave a reason why. Basically said, what I was saying when he's off by himself, he's thinking he asks himself this question: am I helping the team right now? And if that answer's no, I need to figure out what it is.
But just to throw back to my main point, the whole thing was just around that is part of the immaturity. I'm not saying I would do any better in it, but he needs to be able to control that moment that he released to the media.
Yeah.
And then not have to do his clarifying statement later, right? And I'm not saying that his emotion was wrong, but you're under the spotlight of the Cowboys
24/7.
Yes.
365.
And you're number 88.
I always felt like Dak Prescott. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Bandwagon Baba with a super chat, $27.99.
Oh!
Bandwagon Baba.
And that's
What do you want to see, Baba? What do you want to see?
Let's Baba, what do you want to see? Let's go.
Another $27 just came in. Not that.
Well, it says buy yourselves a beer tomorrow. Hopefully that's enough. Baba, $27.99. Barely enough for one drink at SoFi Stadium.
That's what we're pre-gaming. That's what we're pre-gaming. I got him.
That's the pre-game drinks for us.
Yep.
Thanks,
Mommy.
And that's her third live stream one. It says.
Okay.
She's done more than that. Maybe since we've been reading.
Remonetized.
I talked for too long about CeeDee Lamb. I do want to hear your guys' thoughts.
Well, I don't know if you do.
Well, I just want to tell you, because you were talking about Dak Prescott in that interview, and that is concerning. That is cause for alarm, because I always thought he was like really good as far as PR. He's really good about talking and being just like, he creates his own narrative. Like, he's so good about the media that he's always out there. He's super confident, and win or lose, he's out there and he's just like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. He just seems like he's so cool. Like,
you're talking about Dak.
About Dak, yeah. And then after that beatdown that San Francisco gave us, he just looked distraught. He looked like he was just like emotional. He looked like he was he cried in the locker room.
The Niners are in his head, man.
They were, and he just came out, and that was a little worrying. But it looks like a couple of days went by. He collected himself, and I'm hoping that he's one of those guys that we lost, but there's a lot we can learn from that and going forward.
Well, so with that, what do you want to see from Dak tomorrow night?
I want to see 2022 Dak?
21. That 37 touchdown.
Yeah.
I want to see his ankle broke. 2022 Dak.
I want to.
Don't put that out there.
Yeah, no, I want it to be aggressive.
Clayton.
I want to see a blowout. I want to see them run up the score.
Same.
I just want to have them go out there and just shut everybody up and say look, I'm that dog. I'm that man.
Yeah.
We had a bad game, but it's like any given Sunday. Like, anything can happen anytime, and that was just that one bad game.
And here's the thing, Dak doesn't have to have a 350-yard, 3-touchdown performance to do that.
But he should.
You'll be happy with it. I'm just saying.
I'm with Boots.
If the Cowboys'
Boots on the
narrative,
ground.
the Cowboys' narrative is a dominant defense, stifling.
Well, we'll find
scoring
out.
Points. We're gonna find out. This is a team to find out. Stifling points. This is the safest team to find out by the way.
They better fucking kick the ball off tomorrow.
Look,
do not start with the fucking
you're
ball.
You're in LA, so I'm gonna kick the Hollywood references. You sound like Dominic Toretto. Look, it doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile. A win's a win, but I want that mile. Let's hold our chests up high. Let's just kick some ass.
I want to beat down too. I love beat. You can never win by too many.
No, my only point about it was that even if they come out there and don't play, we just want to see the offense actually move the ball and score points on a consistency. We have not seen that in any of the games
Yes.
leading up to it.
Consistency.
And the reason we've enjoyed victories has been because the defense
Turnovers.
and were
teams.
allowing opportunities and didn't never allow. So that's more risky to rely on than just having a formidable defense. We see it every fucking week. I watch games. You watch games. You watch games. You
don't watch games.
You don't watch games. Adam just watches fantasy football scores, but he still knows what I'm talking about when I say this.
You're gonna let him throw you under the bus like that?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
fair.
Actually, I don't watch games.
The
I get laid up.
Eagles moved, I think, 91 yards, and in
was
a
like an
play,
18
and they had,
play drive.
Yeah, 18 or 19 play drive.
Yeah, it was
They
the
were
very
fu-
opening
and,
drive.
And guess what? I am also okay if the Cowboys have to move the ball that way. If it's just 5 yards.
Methodical.
5 yards.
And then get in the end zone though.
And then get in the end zone. Well,
Get those sevens.
absolutely.
zone.
And that's at the end of the day, no matter, we talked about this, it doesn't matter how far you move the fucking ball down the field. If you're
Use
not
Luke.
scoring a touchdown, you're going to lose the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if the other team is doing the same thing.
Okay, so we did our score predictions. On Wednesday night. We got to get Boots' score prediction. We also need to get your bold prediction
Oh, yeah.
for the tomorrow Monday nighter here.
Cowboys.
And if you got to crack it.
No,
Get
no,
it.
I need to get another one right now. 27-10 Cowboys.
I like that.
I'm saying 27-10.
If we hold that
That's
team,
fine.
if we hold
That's
the Chargers to 10, that would be very. I'd be very
Chargers-
impressed.
But based
with that.
on your first thing, we want to run the score up and stuff like that. I was expecting like a 40 burger that you were going to put up.
Yeah, but
I know. It's still
It's
still
wanting
too
and
soon.
knowing.
God willing.
Yeah.
It's wanting and knowing.
Yeah, like for example, if we were like rooting for like the Dolphins, and I say, hey, 40 points, that might happen. That happens
seems
every other
like
week
it.
for them.
It
Yeah,
seems like
But
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but-
That's not even a bold prediction. We're not going to accept that as a bold
No.
prediction.
But the last 2 years we were it wasn't
40 burgers weren't out of it.
40
well,
burgers.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
let's be realistic, guys. We put up 40 against the Giants. Then
Yeah.
we put up 38 against the.
Cup.
Who do we put 38 up? The Patriots.
Yep.
Yeah. Cowboys
2 out of 5 games. I mean, and granted, that was a lot to do with the defense, but they have scored. The 2 games, obviously the Cards game and the Niners game, got our butts handed to us. But there is that chance for a very high scoring game.
Look, Deron Bland is no one to be messed with. I think the guy is real, and I want
Not
him
so
to,
bland?
Not so bland.
Not so bland. I want him to show up and prove it again with another pick 6.
Oh yeah,
that would
tomorrow
be-
in attendance.
That'd be
I'd be buying his jersey.
so nice. So nice.
If Not So Bland gets a pick 6,
You're
while
in?
I'm in attendance, I'll buy his jersey.
Well,
Bootsy, what you got for your Boldy?
Well, I think a Boldy would be Turpentine running it back, kind of like what put him on the map.
Yeah.
Was that preseason game?
Yep.
And for him to do it in a game where it actually counts, that
Yep.
would really be like a full circle
We've all been waiting
type
for
of
it,
thing. And
especially in SoFi. Yeah.
then the only thing really that we can bet on that's really going to happen is that I'm going to crack him.
Crack him if you got him.
You got him.
Okay, so tomorrow
I think that's a good.
Oh,
Good. No, that's good.
it's a great one. So tomorrow we are going to be live at SoFi. We're gonna live stream the tailgate.
Yeah.
We're gonna be live streaming the
do it.
tailgate. I don't know how long we're gonna be doing it. We're gonna be doing it for a while. We're
We'll
gonna
be doing a
getting- we're
post
gonna-
game as
we're-
well.
Yeah, we're gonna live stream the game. We're gonna do a post game. We're gonna have a great time. I can't wait to do it. I'm so glad we're with Boots. It was awesome. We told Boots a couple weeks ago that we were thinking of coming down, and he was automatically in. I
So stoked.
fucking loved it. Boots, again, awesome having you with. I love having you on the show. Guest
Love being
spot.
here.
So for the Bandwagon Boys and Bootsy in his own office.
Remember, this Sunday service is sponsored to you by Elite Recruiting for all your recruiting needs.
Hey, and here we go. And if you're a Cowboys fan and you know somebody who's not a Cowboys fan, tell them to go fuck themselves!
Greatest outro of all time.
We out, baby.
Can't fade out cause I don't have any logo.
I have to piss so bad.
Me too.
It's just like, sorry, Boots.